live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson. It's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests. From Chelsea State Bank, Vice President and Commercial Banking Officer Aaron DuBois with Vice President and Branch Manager Jim Sykes. From Ella Sharp Museum Director of Member and Volunteer Engagement, Tina Mercier with Paula Crow. From Big Brothers Big Sisters, Andrea Partial and Sarah Harris. Meet the JTV staff with motion graphics designer Ben Tripp. And from Jackson High School's Theater Department, students Cassandra Coburn and Aiden Metelka. And now, here's Bart.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon and welcome to the show. Thanks so much for spending time with us today on this bitterly cold Tuesday afternoon. Right now, we have not 1 but 2 degrees. That's it. And our wind chill -9. And things aren't going to be getting better until about 24 hours from now. For the rest of today, a cold weather advisory remains in effect, until noon on Wednesday. And we also have a winter weather advisory, and that goes until 7 o'clock tonight. And we could pick up another inch of lake effect snow. Strong winds will continue throughout the afternoon. Wind chill values as low as -14. And our winds right around 15 miles an hour with cloudy skies. We might warm up a couple more degrees this afternoon. Tonight will be the coldest night of the week, the year, the month. The overnight low is forecast to be -6 with wind chill values as low as -20. And for that reason, most area schools have already closed for tomorrow, and it's likely we'll have another day of no school throughout Jackson County. If you look at the wind chill map, it's not just us. Practically the whole country is in frigid, below normal temperatures, even deep in the heart of Texas, where they're getting 6 inches of snow in Houston today, and in the Florida Panhandle, temperatures in the 30s. Pretty much no state untouched from the Arctic blast. Things will be getting better slowly throughout the week. Wednesday, a high of 15 degrees after a bitter cold night. On Thursday, mostly cloudy and high of 25, even better for the weekend. After some sunshine and temperatures in the 20s on Friday, we'll warm up to 30 on Saturday with clouds, and then 27 for Monday with partly sunny skies. Next week we'll be back to temperatures that are more in keeping with the third week of January. And there you have it, today's weather presented by Kelly Express. Thanks, Kelly Express. Great savings on your favorite snacks. And we're encouraging you to stop in to the all-new Kelly Express on the corner of Michigan and Robinson. It's huge, it's spacious, it's full of all kinds of great things. They've got the beer well, and they have a full kitchen, which is not online yet. Maybe 3 or 4 more weeks for that. At the locations with kitchens, South Street, Jefferson Road, Napoleon, Grass Lake, and County Farm Road, you can get the specialty pizza, large, and an order of breadsticks for $24.99. Thank you, Kelly Express. Like, take a look outside. We've got the Skycam, top of the Blake Building, looking west this afternoon. And kind of a quiet day today. Yesterday was super quiet because we had Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and schools closed for the federal holiday, but with schools closed today, I think there are probably a number of parents staying home with the kids today, and we'll see that again tomorrow. With that, typically after school and evening activities like sporting events are canceled, but policies vary school by school. So check with your school to see if your game may still be on. Today is International Playdate Day. Lucas, did you arrange a play date with one of your play friends?
I haven't done
No,
that
not yet. It's International Sweatpants Day. I haven't seen anyone wear sweatpants. Now, Teague would from time to time.
yet.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
National Granola Bar Day, National Hugging Day, and we can't get Noah to stop. It's National New England Clam Chowder Day. You know it's good New England clam chowder nights. And it's Squirrel Appreciation Day, and believe it or not, Consumers Energy has put out a press release about Squirrel Appreciation Day. They are claiming that their efforts to protect wildlife while keeping the lights on has been super successful. They've saved the lives of countless hundreds of squirrels, and they've reduced power outages by quite a bit. Annually, 8% of power outages are caused by squirrels or other animals. So they've been doing things like putting up new barriers, improving foundations, wrapping poles to keep the squirrels from chewing through the wires that send you the electricity. And they've been able to do it without hurting the squirrels. A chance to celebrate squirrels on National Squirrel Day. On this day in 1998, Pope John Paul II visited Cuba for the first time, and it was actually his only time, but it was the first time any pope has ever gone to Cuba. And on this day in 1976, from London's Heathrow Airport and Orly Airport in Paris, the first Concords with commercial passengers simultaneously took flight January 21, 1976. And it wasn't until I think 3 years later that they were able to come to the United States because the U.S. did not approve them. So this first flight from London to Bahrain and from Paris to Rio de Janeiro, they were amazing. They went over the sound barrier 1,350 miles an hour, which would mean a flight from, say, New York to Paris or New York to London took about 4 hours, half the time. Now you'd think with that time savings that these planes would be hugely popular, but there were a couple of tragedies, and the noise, people couldn't stand the noise. When they broke the sound barrier, they created a sonic boom, plus the engines are super loud, so they weren't very popular, and they're very expensive to fly on. So it was in 2003, the Concorde took its last regular commercial flight, and then back to the 8 to 12 hour trip to Europe. On this day in 1978, the Bee Gees album Saturday Night Fever went to #1 and stayed there for 24 weeks. Raise your hand if you had this album. Just me? Okay. Raise your hand if you had a record player. Well, that would be one. Okay, all right. Well, this was one of my prized possessions. It was a great album, and continues to be a big popular seller to this day. 24 weeks, half the year, at #1. And on this day in 1990, you know the Australian Open's going on down under. Well, on this day in 1990, John McEnroe, the American tennis player, he was disqualified from that Grand Slam event for, do you remember why?
I don't.
Misconduct. He didn't like the way the was calling the match, and he went and glared at her. And then he didn't like another call, and he slammed his racket into the hard court surface, and he got an admonishment. That's 2. Then it happened again. Smashed his racket into the court. 3 strikes, you're out. And he said, well, I thought it was 4. I thought I had 4 chances. No, they changed the rules. So he was the first player to be disqualified from the Australian Open. And he was, despite being the bad boy of tennis at the time, he was extremely popular, and the crowd booed when McEnroe was ejected. Misconduct, the official ruling. Now, Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson, as we see a frozen lake scene somewhere in Jackson County from Sarah Scaife. We've got Winter Welcome Week at Jackson College this afternoon. There is school at Jackson College. Jet Jam, 2 till 5 this afternoon. They do this at the start of the semesters. A chance for students to learn about resources, organizations, and get to know the college. And the college will be getting to know you as well during Jet Jam. It's an open house style event, so you're welcome to drop in anytime. With a lot of Jackson College students being remote learners, get out of the house, come to the central campus, and check out all that's available for you, the Jackson College student. Tonight at 5 p.m. and again tomorrow at 5 p.m., it's open auditions for Puffs. That's the next play that Jackson College will be presenting, and it is a show that is about, it's close to it's like a Harry Potter type play, but they can't say Harry Potter, but I can. And that's the genre of the play. They are looking for all kinds of people to be in the play. There's details on our website and on jccmi.edu. 5 p.m., Bauman Theater, Central Campus, Jackson College, Potter Center, tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, the Michigan Theater invites you to join them for a special screening of Idiocracy. That's a cult classic comedy from director Mike Judge, creator of Office Space, Beavis and Butthead, and more. It's a sharp satire where society has taken a turn for the absurd. It's recommended for adults, but those under 17, if they would like to attend, need to be accompanied by a parent. Doors open at 6:30 and the movie begins at 7. It's free, and that's courtesy of a Michigan Theater of Jackson supporter. And this will be the first time for anyone to see the new carpet that is one of the finishing touches of the restoration of the Michigan Theater. And it's awesome. Tonight at Michigan Theater. And there you have it. Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. We have great coffee, great water in the County National Bank green room from our friends at Tri-County Water, serving Jackson since 1966. We have a great lineup of guests today, and we're glad you're here to spend time with them and me, starting with, from Chelsea State Bank, Aaron Dubois and Jim Sykes. And they have an announcement today. Actually, I think they have a couple of announcements. So I'm going to save it for them. But they're very excited to tell you about a couple of things about Chelsea State Bank. The Ellis Sharp Museum is closed today due to the weather, but Tina Mercier and Paula Crow are here nonetheless. They've got a couple of things they want to share. From Big Brothers Big Sisters, Andrea Parshall and Sarah Harris. They are in their new home at the downtown Jackson YMCA. We continue our Meet the JTV staff today with motion graphics designer Ben Tripp And to preview the next Jackson High Theater production, Cassandra Coburn and Aidan Metelka are back with us today to talk about that. All here today on JTV. Great to have you with us, and we get started right after this.